Welcome, dear companion, as I invite you today on an exploration of an ancient wisdom, a perspective that has illuminated the minds and hearts of many across epochs and civilizations, a journey into the thoughtful corridors of Stoic philosophy, especially their nuanced concept of fate. Now, let us acknowledge, the term fate often invokes an ominous echo. It can be misconstrued as a surrendering of one's free will, a passive acceptance of a predetermined destiny. The notion of fate may bring a chill, a feeling of impotence, a fear of relinquishing control, particularly in our contemporary epoch where we are perpetually championed to seize our destiny, to boldly assert our agency over the unfolding of our lives. Yet I beseech you to join me in this exploration of a richer, deeper understanding of fate, an understanding that might bestow us with peace, fortitude, and a new lens to view our place in the cosmos. In the Stoic world, fate, or heimarmene as they called it, is the reflection of a divine logic, a cosmic rationality that underpins and shapes the universe. They perceived the cosmos not as a chaotic, random assemblage, but as a harmonious and intelligible order where everything, yes, everything, occurs in accordance with reason. This Stoic idea of fate is not about hapless surrender, but a purposeful recognition, an embrace of the reality, of the rhythm of life. It is about discerning between what is in our control and what is not, a distinction that lies at the very heart of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus, the once enslaved man who rose to become a profound Stoic philosopher, poetically encapsulated this wisdom. Some things are in our control and others not. What we hold sovereignty over are our own thoughts, our actions, our reactions. We reign over the inner kingdom of our psyche. But the external world, the symphony of others' thoughts and actions, they remain outside our dominion. Why should we, as conscious beings with free will and aspirations, embrace the seemingly confining concept of fate? The reason lies not in resignation, but in liberation. Embracing fate is a practice that can reduce the friction between our personal desires and the external world, between our expectations and the often stark reality. When we resist reality, we're essentially trying to deny or alter the immutable. It's like pushing against a colossal mountain, hoping it will move. It's futile, and all it results in is mental strife and fatigue. Our minds become a battlefield, bombarded with the shrapnel of what-ifs and if-onlys, ensnared in an endless loop of regret and hypothetical scenarios. The wisdom of Stoicism offers an alternate path, one that transforms these mental battles into inner tranquility. Instead of hoping for the mountain to move, we learn to traverse it. We acknowledge its existence, its immutability, and we adapt. Consider the scenario of an unexpected storm during an outdoor gathering. The clouds gather, the winds pick up, and soon rain is lashing down, disrupting your carefully laid plans. There are two ways you could respond. You could rage against the weather, waste your energy in fruitless complaints, lamenting the ruined party, or you could adapt, bring the party indoors, find joy in the unexpected turn of events, and embrace this change as part of life's ever-changing tapestry. The choice seems obvious when laid out like this, but it's surprisingly difficult in practice, for it requires a shift in perspective. It's not an act of resignation but of acceptance, a conscious decision to hold reality in a firm yet gentle grip, to see it for what it is, rather than what we wish it could be. Embracing fate has implications that delve much deeper. It's not just about making peace with the present, but also about finding purpose and meaning in the most arduous circumstances. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher of great influence, once said that every hardship carries its own remedy. This idea suggests we can transmute adversity into an advantage. It's about reinterpreting challenges, not as cruel sentences meted out by a harsh universe, but as opportunities for growth and refinement. Think of a sculptor, relentlessly chiseling a stubborn piece of stone. To the untrained eye, each strike may seem violent, even brutal, yet through this rigorous process, a seemingly ordinary rock slowly metamorphoses into a magnificent work of art. This analogy embodies the Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate. Life is going to present difficulties. It's an inevitability. Yet it's our interpretation and response to these challenges that ultimately shape our character and destiny. Imagine, if you will, that you're currently navigating through the murkiness of loss. grappling with failure, or coming to terms with disappointment. You might feel as if you're stuck in a relentless cycle, your back against the wall, convinced that life has turned against you. Indeed, the world can appear callous and indifferent, and it can often seem as if fate is a cruel master. But here's the illuminating truth. As a sentient being capable of introspection and conscious thought, you possess the remarkable power to choose your response. You can let these experiences crush you, or you can let them forge you, just as a diamond is formed under intense pressure. Remember, the interpretation of an event is often more influential than the event itself. Embracing fate, therefore, is not about yielding to a predestined path, but about harnessing your inherent strength to shape your destiny. It's about accepting that while certain things lie beyond our control, our thoughts, responses, and attitudes remain within our dominion. It's about fostering resilience in the face of adversity and extracting wisdom from the jaws of hardship. Embracing fate is ultimately a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who endured the unspeakable horrors of the Holocaust, eloquently crystallizes a significant truth in his poignant words. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Consider that statement for a moment. Really let it seep into the crevices of your consciousness. How often do we forget that in our frenzied existence, in this fleeting transience we call life, even when the world around us churns in chaotic waves, we as sentient beings hold a power of extraordinary measure, the power to dictate our own reactions. It is an empowering truth, capable of ushering in a newfound sense of autonomy even in the direst circumstances. Yes, the stimuli may be an immovable object, an aspect of life unyielding to our pleas and desires, but the response is ours to shape, ours to mold. In that lies our triumph over adversity, our assertion of the human spirit. As we delve further into the complexities of existence, we encounter the philosophy of Stoicism, which implores us to embrace fate. It is a delicate balance to strike, a nuanced dance between acquiescing to what we cannot alter and striving with fervor to improve that which lies within our reach. This is not an invitation to passivity, but rather a call for discerning wisdom. It is a profound acknowledgement of the grand scheme, an interconnected universe where we are not solitary islands, but integral components. We are capable of influencing our reality through our actions, but we must also remember the greater forces at play, the grand tapestry of fate that intertwines our lives with an intricate cosmic pattern. Visualize this dance with fate, not as a grim surrender, but as a harmonious partnership. Imagine yourself as a sailor navigating the vast, unpredictable seas of existence. The wind, an embodiment of fate, is beyond your control. It is a force of nature, untamed and free. And yet, you, as the sailor, hold the power to adjust your sails, to harness the power of the wind and steer your vessel towards your desired horizon. Your voyage may be subject to the whims of the gusty winds of fate, yet you are not merely a passive passenger, an idle observer of your own life. No, you are the navigator, the decision-maker, the one in command of the helm, guiding your ship through calm seas and tempests alike. Consider the futility of resisting fate. It resembles an exhaustive, draining attempt to swim against a relentless current, a fight that leaves us depleted and leads us nowhere. We struggle, gasping for air, as the current of fate pulls us deeper, expending our precious energy on a battle we cannot win. However, embracing fate introduces an alternative perspective. It is akin to learning the art of swimming with the current, not against it. Utilizing its power, its momentum, we can propel ourselves forward. By surrendering to the current, we are not giving up. Instead, we are choosing to conserve our energy and move with the natural flow of life. In doing so, we liberate our mental resources, freeing them from the shackles of resistance and futile struggles. Instead, we divert this energy to focus on what truly matters: the continuous journey of self-improvement, the quest for knowledge and wisdom, and the enduring pursuit of becoming the best version of ourselves. This is the essence of embracing fate, a subtle but powerful shift in perspective that transforms our outlook and bestows us with a newfound sense of peace and contentment. It is the silent acknowledgement that while we may not control the winds of fate, we can adjust our sails, and therein lies our true power. The beauty of Stoicism lies not only in its wisdom, but in its down-to-earth applicability. Stoicism is not a distant star, shining brightly but unreachable. Rather, it's the ground beneath our feet, solid and dependable, guiding us through the labyrinth of existence. It's a philosophy, yes, but not of the detached, esoteric variety. Stoicism is a philosophy for living, a roadmap for navigating the rocky terrain of human life. In its heart, it houses a golden core, the concept of embracing fate. This isn't a wisdom reserved for those cloaked in the title of a Stoic. No, it extends its hand to every soul daring to traverse the complexities of existence, offering an oasis of tranquility amidst the swirling sands of chaos. Consider what it truly means to embrace your fate. It is not a surrender nor a white flag raised to the heavens. Instead, it's a courageous act of affirmation, a bold proclamation of participation in the universe's grand narrative. Every event that unfurls before us, every stitch in the tapestry of our existence is an opportunity for us to exercise virtue, to sharpen our resilience, to coax the seed of personal growth into a mighty tree. The imagery of being a leaf in the wind can be deceptive. Yes, a leaf is carried by the wind, subjected to its whims. But you, dear friend, are far from helpless. You are the sailor in the storm, the sculptor before the untouched stone, the swimmer in the mighty river. And fate? It is the gale, the raw marble, the water's flow. It presents challenges, yes, but in doing so, it gifts opportunities. Opportunities to adjust your sails, to craft a masterpiece, to harness the current's strength and use it to propel you to unforeseen shores. The Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, bestowed upon us a wealth of wisdom, but one quote stands out in our context. "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" Isn't there a profound, sublime comfort in these words? They reveal that life, in its infinite and profound wisdom, offers us not the nourishment we crave, but the sustenance we require. It delivers not the experiences we desire, but those we need to grow and evolve. As we conclude our discussion today, my earnest hope is that you find the strength and courage within you to embrace your fate, to perceive life not as a collection of random events, but as a meaningful narrative that's meticulously crafting your character, to understand that every tribulation and joy is a chapter in the epic tale of your existence. Remember, it's not about resisting the flow of fate, but about joining in its dance. Yes, the dance can be complex, with unexpected twirls and surprising leaps, but isn't that the essence of its beauty? Life is not a choreographed ballet, it's a spontaneous dance with fate. Each step, each swing, each dip contributes to the uniqueness of your dance, and perhaps if you embrace the dance, you'll find that this seemingly chaotic whirl is indeed a waltz of exquisite beauty and profound meaning.